No one's saying things are in the Middle East. But even amidst the usual chaos, the simmering tension between Iran and Israel stands out like a bald eagle at a penguin convention. It just doesn't belong, and everyone's a bit nervous about what it might do. Now I know what you're thinking. Another week, another potential geopolitical crisis. This is about nuclear ambitions, shadowy proxy wars, and enough regional alliances to make your head spin faster than a dreidel in a wind tunnel. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're diving headfirst into the tangled web of the Iran-Israel conflict.
To understand why this particular conflict has everyone sweating like a camel in a sauna, we need to talk nukes. Iran, you see, has been playing a decades-long game of nuclear hide-and-seek. They claim it's for peaceful energy purposes, but let's be honest, we don't need uranium enrichment for a particularly efficient toaster oven. Israel, on the other hand, already has a nuclear arsenal. They've maintained a policy of deliberate ambiguity about it, which is basically the international relations equivalent of whispering, "I may or may not have a laser pointer in my pocket," while staring intensely at a cat. If Iran develops nuclear weapons, it could upset the entire balance of power in the region. And Israel, with its own security concerns and a history of preemptive strikes, isn't exactly known for its wait-and-see approach to potential threats.
Of course, it's not just the theoretical possibility of nuclear war that's got everyone on edge. It's the constant low-level skirmishing, the proxy wars, the cyberattacks. Basically, all the fun activities that make you wish you'd paid more attention in your international relations class. One wrong move, one miscalculation, one itchy trigger finger, and suddenly we're not talking about a regional conflict anymore. We're talking about a global shitstorm of epic proportions.
Now, to make this already volatile cocktail even more potent, let's stir in a healthy dose of global alliances. In one corner, we have the United States, Israel's BFF, who, despite their on-again, off-again relationship with diplomacy, have made it abundantly clear that they've got Israel's back. In the other corner, we've got Russia, never one to miss an opportunity to poke the US with a pointy stick, offering their support to Iran. And let's not forget the supporting cast of characters: Saudi Arabia, Hezbollah, various and sundry militant groups, each with their own agendas, grudges, and allegiances. It's like a geopolitical episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, only with significantly higher stakes and a lot more explosions. Now, you might think that with all this talk of nuclear war and global alliances, the people actually living in the region would be, a tad concerned. And you'd be right. But public opinion on this issue is about as clear-cut as a Jackson Pollock painting. On one hand, you've got folks who are understandably terrified. On the other hand, you've got those who view the situation through a more nationalistic lens. It's a cacophony of voices, all vying for attention, and it can be tough to sift through the noise to find any real insight.
So with all that said, what's the worst-case scenario here? Well, in a word, everything. We're talking a full-blown regional war, potentially engulfing the entire Middle East and dragging in global superpowers. Think oil price spikes, economic sanctions, and a refugee crisis that would make the current situation look like a picnic in the park. There's also the potential for terrorism, cyber warfare, and enough collateral damage to make you wish you'd invested in a really good bomb shelter. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There's still a chance, however slim, that cooler heads will prevail. But until then, it's probably best to stay informed, keep your head down, and maybe invest in a really good helmet.
So there you have it, a crash course in the Iran-Israel conflict. It's a complex issue with no easy answers, and frankly, it's enough to make you want to crawl under your desk and never come out. The reality is, the world is a volatile place, and understanding the potential flashpoints is crucial if we want to avoid disaster. So stay informed, stay engaged, and for God's sake, be kind to each other.